What I was raised to believe is that if you work hard enough and you keep working hard enough, things will turn out okay. You know, because you live in America. And in America, if you work hard, things will turn out okay. Well, this has gotten turned on its head now. Instead, what we do is we value wealth and the money that's earned from wealth. It shows up in our tax system. You know, what we do is people pay 15% for capital gains. Warren Buffett, who describes this better than me, pays a 15% rate, capital gains rate, for his millions of dollars of income, a lower tax rate than his secretary pays. It's not right. We have to do something about it. The capital gains rate ought to go up for these multimillionaires. There's lots that we can do to strengthen the middle class, to make it easier for families who are working and struggling, and to lift people out of poverty. First, the Congress finally, after 10 years, raised the minimum wage. Great. $7.20 is going to go to $7.25 an hour. It's not enough. The minimum wage ought to be at least $9.50 an hour. It ought to be indexed so that it goes up on its own, so you don't have to keep going back to the Congress to get the minimum wage raised. I think we ought to help people save. We have the worst savings rate in the industrialized world. We actually have a negative savings rate in America. I think we should create incentives for people to be able to save. We ought to have a trade policy that works. We should trade, but we should trade in a smart way that's good for American workers, good for middle-class families. That should be the test. We need a President of the United States who sees their job as standing up for working people, standing up for the rights of working people, and I might add, standing up for the right to organize, which is crucial to growing the middle class in this country. We also want people who are working to be able to send their kids to college. And I've been talking for the last couple of days about my idea, which is called College for Everyone, where we say to every young person in America, graduate from high school, qualified to go to college, commit to work, at least 10 hours a week your first year, then we'll pay for your tuition and books. Very simple. They don't give it to them. They got to work for it. These are our values. This is who we are as a nation. We believe that what made America great was people who worked hard for a living. I grew up with it. I bet every single one of you grew up with it. I bet you were raised to believe, just like I was, you work hard enough and everything's going to be okay, right? The problem in America today is people are working very, very hard, and many times everything is not okay. But it can be. It can be. This is the good news about this.